Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's JP. We are back with another video. Hope everyone's doing good. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. That helps a lot. Right, so I'm not even going to do the beginning of the video. This is just the ending of the video. I've done the Zoom call already. I'm going to edit that now, put that through. And you guys, I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. Let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know what ways to improve or anything like that. So yeah, please like, share, comment. Let me know what's what. I'm going to tag the person in the tag box, so guys can go follow them. They're on Live It streaming app, which I've met them on there. They're a great guy. He's a great guy, sorry. And yeah, he's down to earth. He's actually did a video with me, so that means a lot. I'm breaking out in spots, as you can see. It's all spots on my face, but hey, I don't care. So anyway, yeah, please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'm gonna get that video done now. I'm gonna I'm gonna schedule it, sorry, so it's ready for tomorrow or Monday, because it's a pretty long video. Hope you guys enjoy it. But for now, people, I'm out.
Now you got the reins.
Yeah,
Now you got the reins to go ahead and start.
Okay, cool. So, nice actually meeting you finally face to face.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, we can't talk about the stuff that we're getting involved in, but we can go through what's what. I literally had a call from the team and they weren't happy with this one person. This one person kept like phoning them non-stop. You remember the one that I was telling you about on Live It? Yeah. Even when I was speaking to him on the phone, he was literally just getting messages from him, literally phoning him non-stop. He was driving like, what do you want him to do? Do you know what I mean? So I was just like, okay, what do you want me to say to him, or what do you want me to do? It was like, you're going to have to break it to him that we can't work with him because, for one, there's no work in Africa because that's where he's from. And which I get that as well, because we promote brands as well as TV and modeling and things as well. So it's like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. So let me deal with that. And then, so I was like, yeah, so I just told him, and I literally said to him as well, you were rude as well because you kept ringing the company non-stop when you're not supposed to do that. If a company doesn't respond to you right now, they see your message or your missed call, they will get back to you. Like just like any other company, right? Any other company you get involved with, they will contact you as soon as they can. You got to understand there's more than one client going on and there's loads of stuff to do. You cannot keep pestering them to say, I want to talk.
Oh yeah, I mean, some people just don't understand that. That's the way it's sometimes.
Yeah, they don't get it. And it was really annoying as well because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning when they're asleep. I was like, wow, you're literally, I get the system.
That is difficulty when doing business on a global scale, is that not everybody fits into your time schedule. And
exactly. But
there's going to be times, there's going to be times where you're going to have to get up earlier. You're going to have to stay awake in order to get that thing done.
Which they do. But the problem is they already set a time. This is the problem. They set a time to call. So when they call them at the time, they're not answering their phone. And when they're messaging them, they're seeing the messages, but they're not responding to it. So it's like, okay, so you're basically telling us when you're ready to pick up the call or when you're ready to reply, it's on your terms. That's not how it works. I'm sorry, but we're a business, we're a company. We arrange when it's convenient for you. You tell us when it's convenient. If that certain time wasn't convenient for you, you shouldn't have said this time is best for me. Do you know what I'm saying? So they literally said, this is the time that's best for me for you to call. So now we're calling you at this time, but you're not answering. And then when we're sending you messages to say that we're calling you, you'll read. I've seen them. I've seen the screenshots. It literally shows they've seen the message. They've seen the calls, but they're not responding. Now they're being annoyed. They're getting annoyed because they're like, oh, your team's playing games or whatever. I've seen the screenshots, mate. They don't know that I've seen it, but I've seen it.
I understand. I understand exactly what you're saying. I mean, if you have an open time, that's the first open day I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you the first choice. I'm going to say, well, what time can you do Wednesday? Right? If you say it doesn't matter what time, I'm going to set up a time that's best for me.
Exactly.
That was you because I gave you that option.
Exactly.
And when you said it doesn't matter, then I'm going to put the time that's more comfortable with me because you said so. So it's going to be your responsibility to set up the time. But if you're late or you ignore that time slot, don't expect me to call you back.
Exactly. Because if he was really interested, you would answer the phone at that time and you would respond to your messages. It doesn't take 2 seconds to respond to a message. Do you know what I mean? So this is the issue that I'm having with a lot of people in America. They're seeing the messages. They're literally looking at them. And I'm going through, are these people responding? What's happening? So I go through it and say, do you know what? They're looking through the messages. They're reading it. They're seeing it. Because it shows at the bottom of it, seen. But they're not responding. So I'm just like, well, in that case, then I can't deal with you.
A lot of people here, when you present something new to them and they don't know what it is, that's why the numbers game, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's one of those things, or
no. But the thing is, we had this conversation.
They don't pay. They're going to look at it and they're going to be, you know what? There's a cost. It's going to cost something to get started.
We talked about this on the bit.
I don't want to, they're already going to do that. Yeah, so
but the problem is, we spoke about this on my stream. We literally had this conversation. This is what I'm saying. These people aren't just random people. These people I've been talking to, I've been promoting it to them on my stream or their stream, telling them what it's all about, saying, look, yes, there is a one-off fee. This is what it's all about. If you have to spend money to make money. That's how life is. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, I get that. I agree with you. And they say, I'm really interested. Talk to me more about it. So when I tell them more about it, they still seem interested. But they look at messages and don't reply.
Yeah. Well, I told you, send me the information. You told me to contact them. I contacted them, explained it to me, and I asked them, well, you know what? Send me over the information so I can.
So that's how it's done.
But you're asking me to sign a contract, a legal document.
Yeah.
Time is something. So
you need to know what it is.
Yeah. When you ask me that, of course, I'm going to take my time.
Of course.
And I'm going to read on it. But, the way it's sounding is, a lot of, like I said, a lot of people with the upfront cost, people don't think with the mindset of,
no, they don't.
What can I gain from this? They think about is, what's it going to cost me now?
Yeah.
Do I have enough money? Do I have enough money to go buy? Do I have enough money to go buy my weed? Do I have enough money to go buy useless stuff that I don't need rather than investing in themselves? Yeah, you're right.
This is the thing, though. They should have, when I spoke to them about it and I told them this is what the situation is, they were all excited. They said, oh, this sounds really interesting. I'm really, really excited. Send me the stuff over, because I told them it's all about brands. If you got to spend money to make money, you pay a certain fee, and the way you get it back is you bring more people into the company as an ambassador, and each person that you bring into the company, you get a commission for it, just like any other ambassador. And they were like, yeah, that sounds like a great thing. And I said, we don't just do that, though. We promote brands. We do modeling. We do this. We do that. I've told them everything about it. And
there's multiple. There's multiple ways, and like you said, if you want to go and bring new people on, that's one way to get paid. Another one is to promote these brands and get sales. If you take out the listen, you don't have to share this with people. You don't have to go get anybody involved.
Yeah.
But if you were to take the time and just promote these products, for yourself on your behalf,
you're still going to make money out of it.
Commissioned on it. because like I was telling you,
I've said that to them as well.
when you start saying that, when you get started, you can bring in new people. Many people get cut off because they start thinking about multi-level marketing or any types of marketing companies as scams, which is not true because a lot of people don't know what the definition of a pyramid scheme is.
Exactly.
So they talk like if they know, but if you ask them what's the definition, they just tell you, oh, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you're going to say it's one of those things, if you know what it is, why don't you just say that it's the exchange of money for money with no product? That's a scheme.
Exactly.
In itself.
Exactly.
Multi-level marketing is selling a product, right?
Exactly.
You make money off of product value, but this is not what it is.
No, it's not.
This is something that's saying, you know what? We're going to pay you just to show brands, just to expose brands, just to get people to know about the brands, right?
And
so
also
not only are you putting yourself as a model, as an influencer, or anything else on top of that, you're having the opportunity to go ahead and promote yourself as a model, seeing your whatever talent you had at the same time of selling the product that they have on, just like you're doing every day. If you wear Nike, if you wear Adidas,
you're promoting everything.
What are you doing when you're walking in public? You're advertising.
Exactly. That's what you do.
For these companies that are not even going to pay you.
Exactly.
You have a company like the company that you're involved with now that are going to pay you to put on a t-shirt, wear a hat, just to say the name.
Exactly. Come on, this is the thing. This is what I've been saying to them on my streams, right? I've been saying all that to them. And they were like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So they were interested. So when I send them the stuff over, they message me back and say, yeah, they're really interested. They want to get involved. And I say, okay, if you really are interested and you're serious, then hear who you must message. Give them the details, and that's it. They just read it and they don't respond. And then I'm like chasing them up. Or they do speak to the team, and then the team talks to them about it. They say, yeah, they're really interested. They get the contract over, and then nothing's been said. So then I'm having to literally chase them to see if what's going on. Are you interested? Because if you wasn't, you shouldn't have said you was. Then we wouldn't have been wasting our time sending you the contract. You know?
Yeah. One thing that I've noticed over the years of doing international business is every person from a different country has a different mindset of what business is.
True. It's absolutely true.
And the way you present it to somebody, the way you present or the way you talk about it, or the question that they have, if you can't answer them the way that they want, they're turned off. And I've been having that issue with a lot of people in the Asian countries, China. It's totally different. I mean, they want to get to know me personally, but they want me straight talking business. But if you just throw it straight into them without them getting to know me, it's like a turnoff. I'm like, well, you just told me to get to the facts.
Exactly. Just get to the point.
I'm gonna be your friend. It's it's like if you're really interested, then you set a date. When you give me a date, I'll make time. But until then, I'm not going to waste my time again.
No, this is
trying to present you something that could be beneficial for you.
Exactly.
And that's what you're going to get now. A new company coming into America where not a lot of people see it your way. Not a lot of people get your verbiage or what you're trying to do.
I get that.
You're trying to be very direct on what it is. And a lot of people are inquisitive. And they're going to ask a lot of questions.
Then that's what you should do then. That's what you should ask questions.
The more questions they ask, depending on what type of person you are, if you're a person that needs all the numbers, you're going to take a long time to make a decision.
No, those people not that at all. If you want to ask, you're not going to learn anything if you don't ask questions. You need to ask to learn. That's just how life is. But these lot, but these lot don't ask questions though. That's the thing. They don't ask anything. Some of them say, "What's it about?" So when I'm talking to them and telling them about what it's about, they're like, "Yeah, that sounds like a great idea." Because I get a lot of. Someone mentioned they got a lot of hate on Instagram, and I said, "Well, that's what we do. We literally cut all that shit out. We literally promote in a good way. We respond, and once you've joined us, we add you to a WhatsApp group." And then you share, whenever you post a content on Instagram, you share the link into the group, we go into it, and we say, really, we like it, we say nice things to each other on there, and we get everyone to see that. And then the more people see that, the more your followers will grow as well. Because mine, since I've started, my Instagram has blown up. It's like literally, I'm over 4,000 people now, and I'm getting followers like every single day. This is what I've been saying to people. If you really want to get on board, if you want attention in the right way, and you want something to do, and you've got a free time, then this is it. This is what this is what we do. We don't just do brands or whatever. We're all about influencers, and we're all about helping each other grow as a team, supporting each other, because that's what we need. Everyone in the world needs support, and that's what we're all about. We're all about supporting each other, helping each other grow, and just being there for each other as a whole team. And they all said they loved the idea. Then why are you just reading the DMs and not responding to it?
Well, you gotta think of it. You also gotta think about this. How many people say that, hey, I want a Porsche, I want a Mercedes, I want a BMW, I want a Lamborghini, and they go into these different.
I know.
And they say they love it.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
You're not gonna waste your time on people who are not gonna give you the time.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to chase somebody because they said, hey, I'm interested, and you're like, well, hey, you said you're interested, when are we gonna talk? People are, if they're really interested, they make that.
Of course. But the thing is, the thing is, like, they have the contract. This is the issue. They have the contract. So we sending them the contract, and they're saying, yeah, send me the contract. I'll sign it. I'll get it back to you by today. And we're still waiting for the contract.
Yeah, we'll see.
Don't ask us for the contract if you're not willing to sign it.
Because I can say that I'm on that boat because I asked for the information, right? I said, hey, I'm interested. Let me read it over because I got to make sure that what I'm signing isn't good enough for what I'm already doing.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing it for the last 6-7 years. Yeah. I don't want anything to affect that because of a decision that I just jumped into, not knowing the whole details. Because there's been quite a bit of people over the years, the same business, they try to go do something else, but in the fine print it says that they're not unable to do that. Yeah. Right. And I don't want that to be the case.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that.
You know what I mean? But when it comes down to you just doing the marketing, like I was telling you on your stream, is that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person.
No, of course
not. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person because you're gonna have those people who are just go-getters. They're gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna dedicate myself a year, 2 years. And you're gonna, those are the red people. You're gonna have blue. You have a guy who has a personality where he just wants to be fun, or she just wants to be fun, and she's gonna do it because it sounds great. And then you have the ones who are like, you know what, I really want to help people. And then you got the analytical ones where they need to know the numbers. And you just have the people who just give you windows, who give you window service.
No, it's true. And the thing is, with this company as well, it's a door opener.
Yeah, you got to be able just to separate that, take it in, and leave it, because you can't have emotions in business. That's one thing.
Do you know what? That's one thing I don't do. I don't do emotions. It's like, you're either in or you're not. And that's exactly what I said to them all. I said, don't you can ask for a contract and take your time to read it. We get that, You have to know what you're getting yourself into, right? Just like anything else, just like a phone contract, TV license, whatever. You need to make sure that you know what you're getting into, especially when you're opening a new bank account as well. So I respect that. But don't say, I'm interested, and then take the contract and then not say to her, not even message me and say, I've got the contract, like you did today. You told me you got the contract, you're just going to take your time to read it and whatever. And I said, you do what you got to do, that's fine. Because as long as I know what's what, then that's, I get it. But when people say, send me the contract, I'm going to sign it, I'm going to do this and send it back. And then when we send it to you, we're expecting it to come back to us. Do you know what I mean?
And you're
not doing
like
it.
You said, when you see the message where it's red and then you don't get a reply, like listen, man, I'm just looking for a yes or a no. I'm looking for maybes. That way I can go ahead and just put it by your mark. No, go on to the next person.
Because I'm just
following up with you. So I just need to know who I got to spend my time on as a follow-up. because I don't want to have to be chasing you because you said that you were interested.
Exactly. It's just like any other company. And I said to them, look, I keep track of who I'm dealing with, because I already told my team, look, if I'm going to be getting clients in, then they have to be my clients. They can't be clients like for everybody to share out, because I know as well that some people are more comfortable with just dealing with you than they might be dealing with somebody else, like a doctor and patient. That patient might say, yes, I'm not, I've got a lump in my neck or something, or a lump down there or something, and I need to see my doctor. And the receptionist says, well, your doctor's not in, but we have a standing doctor. Well, it's up to you to decide if you want to go with that standing doctor or wait for your own doctor because you're more comfortable. And they'll probably say, do you know what? I'm more comfortable with my own doctor. I'm going to wait a while. When they come back, then I'll book the appointment. I'm not going to do it and speak to somebody that I've never met before. So I get that. They're not going to be comfortable. So that's why I said to my team, when I get clients, I will sign up and everything, but I want them to directly do it directly with, like, what's the word? I can't even get the words out.
You want to be the vocal. You want to be their go-to person instead of everybody else because
basically,
you did the work, and so you want to be able to get the commission.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's how it should be. Exactly. And that's how it should be.
You're selling yourself. You're selling yourself. You're promoting yourself, the type of person who you are. Yeah. You're not trying to sit here, get somebody in, and give them to the next guy when the guy.
Exactly. That's not how it works. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. My clients are my clients, and that's exactly what I said to them when I went over to them at the beginning of last month. I said to them, look, this is how it's going to do because we're so successful in the UK. Let's work on America. Let's see how that goes. If it doesn't go well, if it's not working out, then we'll pull out. But let's just see how many people we can get involved with, get talking to them and stuff. And they said, okay, that's fine. So we've been successful with many people from the States signing up already. Hopefully you're going to sign up with us once you've gone through what you need to go through. My team's talking to a few more people between now and Monday, and hopefully they'll be able to sign up as well, which will be great. So I'm just going to be dealing with them if they have problems or whatever. But for now, we are pulling out of America because, it's not working as I hoped it would. And I take, like I said,
that's one thing. That's one thing you can't have. One thing that you can't have is a microwave attitude. That you want things.
This isn't my decision. It's not my decision. It's my team's.
And I know that's what this is something that when you say, "Oh, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna build," right now in the middle of a pandemic, you have to take where okay, people are struggling, people are going through something.
No, of course, and we get that.
But in business, I mean, in a year, like you were talking earlier, like most businesses don't even last past their first year.
No, I know, I get that. But so what my team is not
market, when you come into a whole new market, I know your team's making the decision and not you, but that still shouldn't stop you. Like you're still reaching out because
they told when they said to me, but they're not dealing with
the market that you're sweating your feet in, right? And it's new, and people are afraid of new. People are afraid of change. But you're going to have those people that you come into contact with who are all about it. And those are you're going to be your ambassadors because word of mouth sells more than advertising and any marketing that you are ever.
Of course. And this is the thing as well. It's because the ones that we've been dealing with, not you lot, but we've been dealing with quite a few other people from America and stuff, and the attitudes to the whole thing was just disgusting. Every time my team will phone them and speak to them and stuff and talk to them and like send them stuff or whatever, they start to have an attitude with them, and it's just like, wait, you didn't have an attitude with me when we were talking through, corresponding through DMs. Now we're on the phone to each other where this is what's going on. And they phoned me earlier and like, I've had like 5 more people just being like from the States just disrespect me, and I'm not happy with it. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine. I do understand that. I get that. Then
Just
yeah.
that's just something where you just got to get, like I said, you can't have emotions. You know what I
No,
mean? How many times,
of course,
like,
of
if
course,
you're in
and they know
business
this as
and you're
well.
sitting there
But
and
also,
you're a guy or a girl, right? Okay, you're a guy or a girl. How many people come up to a person, ask them to go do something, ask them out, ask them for the number? How many times do people say no? How many
of
times
course,
do people not even give people that opportunity? And you expect it in business for everyone to say yes? No. I love it when people
no,
tell me no. I
yeah,
like when people
I
tell
get
me.
that.
I love
But
it when you tell me no, because when you tell me no, the person who says yes and actually has the same mentality that I do, I know it's going to be a success.
no, of course,
Because
of
I'm gonna
course.
stop at no.
But
The
I
no's are
cannot
just a no.
continue. Yeah, I get it.
Windows of brick
Of
wall.
course.
When you tell me no, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna make a little mortar. Then I'm gonna place another brick on top of it. So I don't mind, because when you tell me no, I get to say, "What's your lifestyle? Right? What are you doing? Where are you going? What have you done? Okay? Because in the next 5 years, are you gonna be in the same place, or where are you gonna be?" Because a lot of people say they're gonna do something different. 20, 30 years of their life go by, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, of course.
So you take your pick.
I get
So
that.
you
Yeah,
can
we
tell me
get that.
no,
We get
you're
that.
not gonna hurt my feelings.
Yeah, we're just gonna because we've got enough from the States as well, and because all these new contracts is coming in and that, they say that for now we're just holding off, get everyone sorted, speak to everybody, because they're still talking to a lot of other people as well in America right now. So the ones that we've got at the moment, we're going to talk to them, continue to talk to them,
Yeah,
see if they
because
want
that's
to
one thing.
go for it, and then
I was
go
seeing
from there.
that a lot of the business takes parts in all the big cities. You know, New York, LA, San Francisco, Miami,
London, obviously, as well.
and a lot of people, you know, and from the city, they they think very highly of themselves, or they're too good to do things.
Yeah, I know.
Other people who want success, you're not even in the areas that they're at.
No, it's
Why?
true.
Because everybody focuses their business on big cities
Mm-hmm.
all the time, and so that will be an issue, right? But if you make it valuable to anybody, like this company is, I'll just give you, and you can promote the product and sell the product. Awesome.
Yeah.
Go out here, take a picture, put on a T-shirt, put on a hat, put on something, take a picture, post it, and I can get paid if somebody buys it, because I leave a little coupon, so if somebody else is interested.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. You're not pushing anything. You're not out there selling anything.
No, exactly. You're working from home and you're just doing everything from home.
So
That's
yeah,
it. That's all you're
I
doing.
understand the idea. I understand the idea about it and how to go about it. What got me is, when you say you got to show up to these events, I'm like, well, where are these events gonna be at? Because you
No,
know how
that's nothing to do with that. The events that I was talking about has nothing to do with this company. It is
no,
literally
no. When you mention it, that's what gets people minds at. That's what I'm saying. Let me read the contract, because like
yeah.
I need
No,
to
I
know what
didn't
you're
mention.
doing.
No, I didn't say. Not once I said the events is
Oh,
with the
not you,
company.
no. It was in you. But I was
Oh,
talking to the
oh,
information. I talked to
someone else.
Russ,
Yeah,
right? And I saw it in the fine print, right?
yeah.
Where it talks about it. If you're late or you're not on time, you won't get paid off. I'm like, well, let me read. That's what I'm saying. Like, I gotta read
Yeah, I
the
understand.
fine
Yeah, I
print
get that
and
as
what's
well
going
because
on. So,
my
yeah,
agency, my other
when you're
agency
a
does
business,
that.
you're gonna get no's. You're gonna get told. You're gonna get people with attitude. And guess what?
Yeah, of course. But
They're just showing you.
yeah,
All
it's
they're
like
showing you is that they're not the person that you want to work with.
yeah, yeah.
Because I'm not gonna take somebody who's negative all the time on a trip
No,
with
that's
me.
the thing. This is why I've like also just said to them, yeah, I do agree with you what you're saying, um, because the event, even with my other agency that I'm with the modeling and the TV extra work and stuff, as well, they all say, they say exactly the same thing. If you were late for events, or you're late for a certain particular job, or you're late for an audition, then you won't get seen. And which you can't expect. You can't expect to be seen if you're late. You need to phone up beforehand if you're in traffic and you're late, yeah, we get that. Or something.
That's personal responsibility. That's with everything.
Exactly. You phone up and let us know. But do you know how many people that don't phone up and let us know? And as soon as they get there, they expect to be let in. I'm like, sorry, you were late. And it's like, well, what do you mean I was late? I had car trouble, or I had to go to the hospital, or I had this. But who did you contact? Because you didn't contact me. You didn't contact a member of my team. Therefore, we knew nothing about it. If you contacted us and told us the situation, we could have said, okay, we'll reschedule for another date. Yeah? Let you sort out what you need to sort out today. We reschedule for next week or something. Is that okay? And then we'll just reschedule. But no, you coming in and expecting us to just let you in like that and get paid for something that you are late for, that you never contacted us and told us that, you know, that you're running late or something came up or whatever, or you need to reschedule anything. Because even when I went for the photo shoot a couple of months ago, with my agency, not this one but the other one, loads of people were late, and we phoned them up and literally said, okay, hi, you're like 5 minutes late, what's happening? We'll be there, I'm on my way, I'm going to be there in 5 minutes. Okay, no problem. We waited 5 minutes, no sign of them. So we phoned them back. Sorry, but you said you were 5 minutes away. It is now like half an hour. What's going on? It's like, I can't make it now. Well, why couldn't you just say that in the first place when I phoned you? You know, you could have just said that, and we could have just rescheduled. But no, you said you was 5 minutes away, so I'm expecting you in 5 minutes. And then they start getting asked you, can you just reschedule me? And then I was like, no, because for one, you should have just told us in the first phone call. Now you just wasted our time and everybody else's time as well. And it was just like, wow, they could have just told us. They could have just said that in the first phone call. Why did they wait for the second call? Or why did they wait for you to contact them? It just made sense.
Yeah, it's all personal responsibility.
Exactly.
But there's always going to be things that happen.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So if you tell a person you got to show up at 7, you know, whether you show up at 7 or you show up after, I'm sorry. I mean, when I was doing live presentations with the back when I used to live in Texas, in Mexico, we'll tell you, hey, presentation starts at 7 o'clock sharp. Get here at 6:30 if you're if you're a rep. 6:45 if it's just a thing. But at 7 o'clock, walk in the door. If you knock, we're not letting you in because we're not stopping this presentation.
Exactly.
Because it's really important to you, right?
You'd make it a priority. If it's important to you, you would make it a priority. And this is the thing as well.
I don't know if you will get on my stream, my giveaway. You know what I mean? People come in and they're like, hey, I got 10 minutes left for your 10 snack, or hey, I got a minute left.
Yeah, I've seen that. I'm
like, yo, bro, it's 60 minutes. That's it. There's no time. I mean, if you didn't drop your snacks in 60 minutes, that's not my problem. You know what I mean? I gave you the time. I posted the time. You know, it's up to you whether you want it or not to come in early and drop your snacks, because you can come in for 30 minutes and leave. It's not going to hurt my problems. I'm staying on forward to give you the time, you know, whether you show up. You know, the person who shows up 5 minutes late is not going to drop their 16 snacks.
Exactly. Of course not. Of course not. That's just impossible. Of course not. You know, and these people that go around, do you know what as well is that they want to blame everybody else and not take responsibility for their own actions. Yeah, like you said, it's their responsibility to be there on time, not somebody else's. It's like when I was at uni last year, I was only there for a month because a month later I ended up in hospital and almost died. Long story, but yeah. But when I was there, I was always early. Wherever I go, I'm always on time. So every event that I go to, doctor's appointments, dentists, I make sure, I say, okay, my appointment's like 11 o'clock. I'm going to get there for 10:30 so that at least I'm yes, I have to wait outside, but I'm half an hour early. And I'd rather be early than not at all, you know, and at least you can sometimes you can't rely on public transport or sometimes buses break down in the middle of the street or something crazy happens or the bus doesn't run on time. So you have to make sure that you set yourself and say, right, my appointment's at 11, but I need to get there before that, just in case, because I don't know if my bus says there's a bus at like 10:15, but no, just in case, I'm gonna leave at 10 o'clock, just so that I will get there on time. And if I have to change a bus or train or whatever, then so be it. At least it gives me plenty of time to get there. So every event that I've been to, every doctor's, dentist appointment, university, I'm always early. And there's people coming in late and expecting like to be let in. It's like, well, sorry, your appointment was 11 o'clock. It's now 11:01. Sorry, you can't come in. As simple as that. Yeah. And then they kick off and say, oh, it's not my fault. But yes, it is your fault, because you should have rang us and said, I'm going to be like 5-10 minutes late. And we could have said, right, let me just see if we have another slot for you or a cancellation. If not, we might have to reschedule. And then go through that. But no, you just come in and thinking that you're going to be let in and then kick off when we turn you around. Sorry, but that's not how it works.
Like I was in the military for 8 years, and you know, we used to tell our soldiers, you know, who you're under control, is like, if you show up 15 minutes early, you're early.
Yeah.
You show up 10 minutes early, you're late. You show up 5 minutes, you're very late. If you show up on time, you're extremely late.
Yeah.
Right? So either you show up 15 minutes to be responsible, because if you show up early, that limits out anything, whether you get in traffic, whether you get held up or not.
Exactly.
And in order to not get in trouble, in order for us to hold accountability for you, if you're running late, we need to know. If you're not showing up, we need to know your every situation that you're in.
Exactly. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. But people's not taking that responsibility.
That way we can take the necessary steps that we need to, because if we have a mission or we have something to get done, we need to know how many personnel we got to send out to do things. Or if something happened to you, we got to make sure that way we can get into the right situation in order to solve the problem or figure out what's going on, because we don't like surprises. So it's on personal responsibility, whether you show up late, whether you show up on time.
Yeah, exactly. And then, because I'm like, when I tell people that I'm always early.
If you set a time, you set a date, and people say, all right, I'm going to show up, they already know when to show up. But you have those people who are like, I got to wait just a little bit longer, then I can leave. And then when they leave, they forget something. They have to turn back around.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works with my lot.
So that 30 seconds that you said that you had, that you wasted, could have been, you know, a minute. Now it turns into 5. But if you would have left early and avoided all that, then that's your fault and your decision.
Exactly. Exactly. The thing is, right, I used to throw dinner parties all the time, and the last one I did was like 2 years ago, because I've been in and out of hospital the whole of last year through my neck and everything else. So, I was like setting up a dinner party and everything, and my lot always, oh my God, they're always late, and I'm there. And I'm messaging them, I'm like, where are you lot? Oh yeah, we're just leaving now. I was like, yeah, you said that about half an hour ago. You haven't even left your house yet. It's half an hour. I know you haven't left the house. He was like, no, we're leaving right now. We're leaving right now. He goes, but why did you say half an hour ago that you were leaving when you actually just been sitting on your ass all this time? And I know for a fact you're still sitting on your ass even now. And you're like, no, we're out the door. We're out the door. I was like, no, you're not out the door. I know where you are. I can hear the TV on in the background. Don't play with me. And it's like, okay, we're going now. It's like, you know what? Forget it. Half an hour ago, it's too late. I don't want you in my house. As simple as that. You should have been here when you told me you was going to be here. Don't make out that you're leaving the house when you don't. Black people are the worst, though. They will say, they literally say, on my way, and they never turn. They're not on the way. They're still in the house in the night clothes.
I have a cousin who's like that. You call my cousin, you're like, hey, man, you're on your way. He's like, yeah, in 15 minutes. When he tells you 15 minutes, it means that he's going to jump in the shower in 15 minutes.
Exactly.
Then he's gonna get ready. So he's going to show up in about 2 hours. Like, we already know him, because that's just the type of person he is. Like, he knows where he has to be, but he's thinking, I'll make it. But he never makes it on time.
Exactly. Exactly.
He'll go take a shower. He'll spend all the time getting dressed. He'll make things. He'll stop at the store. He'll go run this. He'll forget things, and then he'll show up 2 hours late. And everybody already knows that. So when everybody's inviting him, they tell him to show up early, and he's still the one who shows up late.
Exactly. It's like when me and my auntie were going somewhere, and we didn't set a time because I know what she's like. Excuse me. So I was like, okay, I'll come to your house. So I went to her house, and she goes, "You're early," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm early because I know exactly what you're like." And she's like, "What do you mean you know exactly what I'm like?" I goes, "Well, if I hadn't have come early, I would still see you in your night clothes. You would still be just sitting there watching TV. So I came early so you can get your ass in the shower, do what you need to do, get ready, and then let's go." And then she looks at me and she goes, "Why are you so rough with me?" I said, "Listen, just get your ass in that shower, do what you got to do, and let's go, because we planned to go somewhere ages ago, and every time I come here, you're still in your night. This is why I always come early." And she gets really annoyed because I'm early at her house. She looks at, as soon as I walking through the door, she's like, "You're early. What are you doing early? It's only like 9:30. We weren't gonna. I wasn't planning on going anywhere till like 12 o'clock." Because that's your business. Because I know by 12 o'clock you'll still be in your 90s. So that's why I'm here early, to make sure that you get in the shower, do what you got to do, get ready. And if you want to sit here till 12, then fine. But at least you are dressed and you are ready. So when it hits 12, we can just go. And then she goes into the bathroom, and all you can hear her is cussing. She's literally cussing at me under her breath. I goes, "I can hear you, you know." And she's like, "Oh, I don't know why you have to come into my house so damn early for. I just chilling, watching TV, doing what I'm doing." And he's there in my house, and like giving me orders, like I have money in my house. And I was like, "I can hear you." And then she don't say nothing. She stops talking, and when she comes out, she just comes in the front room with her dressing gown on, gives me a dirty look, and then skins up her face, and then walks away. I was like, "Don't you skin up your face at me. Just go in your bedroom and get dressed. That's it. Just go get dressed. I don't want to hear it." And then she just sits there, and she's like, "Oh." No,
you're always gonna have to deal with people with that attitude, and to me,
it happens all the time.
I'd rather not, because if I have to convince somebody or explain to them that this will work for them and what they have to do,
that's why I'm not doing it. That's why I'm not doing it.
That means that I have to babysit them.
Yeah.
That means that I have to call them. "Hey, did you make your phone calls? Hey, did you follow up? Hey, did you pay attention to the video? Hey, did you do your training? Hey, did you make no?" Yeah. I'm looking for people who have the same drive that I do. Where
this is why
you make the people who you're gonna call today. You make your calls. You do your follow-ups. You send out your presentations. You get on the phone. You do your three-way, and I don't have to sit here and babysit you.
No, exactly.
That has to take away from my time to do what I have to in order to sit here and babysit you and make sure that you what you said. It's and I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
What kind of questions do you have for me tonight?
Pardon?
What questions do you have for me tonight?
I don't even know. I don't even know what the Zoom call was. It was just randomly, literally random. But yeah, we're gonna keep doing these more, I think, because I'm enjoying these. I'm literally enjoying these. And you know what? You're the first person to actually literally say, "I'm gonna do a Zoom call. Let's go for it." Everyone else I spoke to on my stream will be like, yeah, I'll do it, and it just never gets done.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you wanted to ask me some questions about your stream, so you can record it, put it on your stream.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have a Zoom. I know how to use my Zoom. I use my Zoom a lot.
I was thinking that one. This one would just be like a random one for now. And then I was thinking, if you're okay with it, the next one we'll do, I will write some questions down, I think, and then do it that way. Because I think we need to be more professional and stuff. Not more professional, but I need to come up with questions.
To have these kinds of Zoom calls. Why? Because, for the next time, if you don't go through something, you don't know, if you don't go through these little things and have these little hiccups, knowing that what didn't work, or hey, the connection was good, the connection was bad.
Exactly.
I didn't know that there was a code that people had to put in until you told me. So now I know. So now I can remove it. Right?
Yeah.
So
because,
next time, I don't have everybody saying, "Hey, I need a code to get in." Like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be like that anymore because I'm gonna remove it, and just when I
Yeah.
start a Zoom,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on it. So
Yeah.
usually I get the link, but
Yeah.
since I'm doing it on this phone or not this phone, I couldn't send you the link through Instagram because I don't put all the same apps on both phones.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah. Yeah.
point in it.
No, it's fine.
There's no point. And you know, this phone that I'm using now, it's strictly for this reason. It's for
Yeah,
business
yeah,
purposes.
I get that. Yeah, yeah, and not
So,
only that as well. Because I think the first one, what I wanted to do, like record it just as we're talking, put it on my channel and see what happens. And then like the next one, we can talk about anything like your journey. Yeah, do you know what? We'll do that. We'll talk about the way
yeah.
you get your business and your journey and stuff as well. I think that'll be a great.
When
Great
everybody when everybody starts out and they want to do something,
yeah,
if they listen to those people with negative opinions of, oh, you shouldn't do it, you should do this, you should do
I'll
that.
never get anywhere.
If you have to their opinions as your own, then you have to accept their lifestyle. And a lot of people get into that where they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna do what I've been told to do, and I'm gonna live the same miserable life that everybody else around me lives because that's what they told me to do, and I feel safer.
Exactly.
You know? The greatest thing about my life is the journey itself, and everything's a progress, right? Everything's a process, and you've got to respect the process.
Of
If
course.
you don't respect it, you're gonna be upset. You're gonna have downfalls. You're gonna have hiccups. You're gonna fall in these low places. You're gonna have that low self-esteem sometimes. But
of course.
That's what you
It's life.
improve on. It's all a lesson in life that you learn.
Yeah, you learn. You live and learn. You live and learn.
You know, you're gonna have to learn what's gonna get you out from the
Yeah.
situation. You gotta find what the answer is in order for you to help the next person
Exactly.
and somebody else for better.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the decision about pulling out of America for now and just work on the ones that we have, I think that's a good move for now, at least. And then maybe later on, if things start to if we do well, like we do.
I would say just one thing, you know, me reading over it, me talking, you know, it was quick. You know, I'm gonna tell you, like, this is what I got. You told me what it was. You told me how it worked. I talked to your guy. He told me the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I need more.
Yeah, yeah.
So I need
that's
you
why
to send
that's why you were sending stuff over.
And then in the approach, when I started reading, I'm like, well, oh, I got to show up to events. Oh, if I'm late, I won't get paid. Like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? It said that to go on here, join a group, promote, say hi, but now there's events involved. And,
yeah, that's because of the brands that you promote.
Yeah,
that's literally
I think if they're, because you guys are very direct. I'm not gonna lie.
That's how it is. We just tell it how it is. That's how we are.
And I'm here in America, and I'm telling you what I saw. You know.
Yeah, of course.
I'm taking the time to read it. I'm not just jumping into something.
No, of course.
You know, here they like things to be finessed. You know, they need to know.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Talk about people have numbers where they need to see a pie chart. They need to see a graph. And if you
of course, they do over here as well in most companies. But the thing with us is,
now you know, because
the thing with us, we're not a company that's just going to sit around and wait for answers. We're just going to go for it, do it. You know, you either want to be a part of it or you don't. It's as simple as that.
You have to. So you got to be able to take a little bit of criticism and knowing that, hey, if it's not working, let's implement something new. It's not you're not going to change the whole entire circle. You're not going to change the wheel. It works, but you're going to look for little things that are going to help benefit you. And
of course.
Pulling out because some people had some bad apples and had some bad experiences, I wouldn't say would be a good idea, but it's not my company. I don't know the ins and outs. I'm just learning about it. So,
no, of course.
You know, outsider standpoint, I can't say anything about that, but talking about the information and how it's delivered, change.
It needs to change.
No, just a little bit. You don't have to change everything. Just, you know.
Yeah, I'll talk to them, but I'm not the one that writes it. So, yeah.
Because I think it's like 12 pages of information.
Yeah.
Just for the contract.
That's because of the lawyers are the ones that set that up. The lawyers are the ones that writes it, and the
if you
lawyer
could
makes it says this is what you need to do. This is how
yeah,
it is in the UK, though.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you can have like little PowerPoints or little just like a
Yeah, of course.
slide
Of course.
explaining most of it, but 12 pages that's a lot of reading
It
for
is a
one
lot of
day.
reading. It is, and I do agree with you. But with the lawyers over here, this is how it is. I mean, I just got another contract for something else, and it's like
You
9
have to,
pages,
yeah,
literally 9
you have to
pages long.
yeah, because I saw in the doc. Well, one of the first things that I noticed is that signing this contract, you are subject for 1 year to be under this company. I'm like, and that's what kind of, all right, I got to read everything that's
Yeah, that's
involved.
fine. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to read stuff before you do it anyway, regardless.
A lot of
Regardless,
people,
I wouldn't be signing something without reading it. That doesn't. That's it's all common sense. If people
a lot
don't
of,
read
a lot
stuff
of people
before
don't
they sign
read
it,
these
that's
days.
the problem, isn't it?
They don't. A lot of people don't like to read.
Of course, but everyone should. When you have a contract, you should sign, and before you even sign it, you should read it carefully, and then if it's to your liking or whatever, then sign it. If it's not, then don't sign it. Then just literally say to us, "I've read over it. Unfortunately, it's not going to work with me or whatever," and they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Okay, no hard feelings. It's done."
That's,
But then when you
yeah.
just sign it, yeah, when you sign it without reading it, you're responsible for it. You can't then turn around and say to us, "Oh, I didn't know this was going to happen," or "I didn't know that was going to happen."
Yeah. That's
Well, you should
why
have read it then in the first place, then, shouldn't you? It's as simple as that.
that's why I said I got to read into it because
Yeah, I have
I'm not
another
gonna do.
contract. I have a contract from another company, and
Yeah,
I haven't
I'm
signed
not
it.
gonna hinder what I've been working on for the last 6 years,
Yeah,
7 years, for one little glitch or one little sentence
no, of
saying that I
course.
can do, So I'm not
No,
about
if you
that, but
can't do, yeah,
I like,
read it. Like I said, read it, and if you can't do it, then just let me know that you can't do it, and then I'll be like, okay, that's fine. Like I said, I just got a contract the other day for something else, and it's like 9 pages. And this is literally from another company, and so like I say, when they do contracts over here, it is really, really long. So I'm like, right, okay, I'm gonna read it first, read it out, see what I think of it, and if I feel like I can commit to it, or if I think like it will benefit me and stuff, then I'll sign it and get it back to you. But if not, then I'll just come back and say to you, it's not for me. And they're like, okay, that's fine. So yeah, I haven't signed anything until I'm 100% sure on what's what, because I want to
yeah,
read it first and make sure that it's right for me before I do anything, before I go further.
I don't know. See, I don't know because it's a UK company, so I have to pay UK taxes. I know it says all that inside the thing, but that's one
I
thing.
think you pay no because you're in America. You pay the American taxes. The UK pays UK, and then even though it's a UK company, you're your own boss, right? So you're
Yeah,
paying,
yeah,
you're paying your own taxes. Doesn't matter
I'm
where
still
you
at
are in the world
1099.
and where you're
Right?
working, you pay your own taxes.
Yeah,
It's just like
I do.
people, yeah, it's like people in Australia. Um, if they have an Australian company, but they have people over here working for them, like they have another company over here um, that they operate as well, but they've got English people running that company. What they'll do is the English people pay their own taxes over here, and the Australian company, they're responsible for their own company. So yeah, you're responsible for your own taxes in your own country, just like everywhere else. So we just deal
Yeah,
with
so
our side.
So yeah, I mean, I would not give up on this American market. Just know that right now,
Yeah, right now it's not.
America is dropping the ball on this whole
Yeah,
pandemic thing.
but
The
right now
rest
it's
of the
not the
world
right time.
is,
We're not giving
is
up.
moving ahead.
We're not giving up altogether. It's just that because of the way pandemic is and everything, we're stepping back for now, and we're just going to work on the ones that we've got with them, and then later on, if it continues to work, then we'll give it another try. But for now, what they're saying is because of the time zone as well, I think is crazy as well. The time zone to call people back and
Yeah,
everything is just, especially when it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and they're in beds, and then you got them lot up, and it's like, how are you supposed to communicate with them? Do you know what I mean? So I
well,
get that. I didn't put a lot of
this
thought
is how
into.
you do it. You got to find out what
Yeah,
time is morning for them with yours in order
yeah,
to
we
do
do. We
so.
get that, but
will
it
let
just
you.
still wouldn't work because also not with just this company, but we've got another company that we're involved with as
Yeah. So
well.
I'll let you
That's
know.
just for the UK, and it is like it's crazy.
I'll,
So yeah,
I'll let you know. I'll let you know after I finish reading. Like I said, there's little things that I want to read up more
yeah,
about it,
that's fine. That's fine.
and I will let you know. And I appreciate you jumping on.
No, it's okay. Anytime we'll do another Zoom call soon, and you can talk about the business that you're involved with, and I think that would help a lot of people as well. And then if you want to talk about like maybe on the next one, mental health or something, um, we could probably do that as well because I think with people, the pandemic and everything,
Let me know.
it needs to be talked about. Men's mental health a lot needs to be talked about. I mean, that everyone talks about how women are feeling, how women are this, how women are that, but when it comes to the men, nobody wants to hear it. So I think it's time that that we speak about it and let people know that just because you're a man, it doesn't mean that you're not allowed to have emotions, and doesn't mean that you can't have be have breakdowns. It doesn't mean that you can't be. It doesn't mean that you can't cry. It doesn't mean that you can't do this or you can't do that. If you cry, you're this or you're that. There's too much stigma going on, and it needs to stop. We need to cut this out and say, look, you're human just like everybody else. You're entitled to cry. If you want to cry, then just go for it. If people want to laugh at you and take the piss out of you, then that's their problem because they're going through whatever issue they're going through, and because they're seeing you express yourself, they're too scared to do it. They're
Yeah.
literally too scared. So just keep doing what you're doing, and the more you do it, the more people will see it, and the more the guys will be like, I'm not just seeing this. It's not a one-off. I'm seeing this more often now. It's okay to cry. It's okay to do this in public. It's okay to do that. It's okay to be your own person. So hiding behind everybody else and pretending to be something that you're not. We need to change that, and it needs to change like now. And the only way we can change that is if we talk about it more and get the word out.
Yeah, definitely. Just set it up. Let me know, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, definitely. When we'll arrange when we're both got more free time and stuff as well. And yeah, we'll definitely set that up. Definitely.
All right. Appreciate it, JP. We'll
No,
talk to you
you're
soon.
welcome, and thank you for joining. And I'll catch you very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.
Yeah.